Hey guys, so haven't been posting much, but actually things have been a little bit busy. Trying to get stuff grafted. Just show you what's been going on. This is a dream scion I grafted onto my Sabor. So it's been a real. People have been trying to get these a lot lately. The dream atemoya, or some people call it a cherimoya. Cherimoya is one of my favorite fruits. I actually got some. Maybe I'll show you on a video here. I'm going to do a little taste testing. I've got some interesting fruits we'll look at. Some new trees and seedlings I've got here. This one is a Cuccio white Sapote, recent graft. I've got all kinds of different things kind of trying to grow here. This is some fig cuttings I got on a trade, and I just grafted a couple of these black Sapote seedlings, and the scion is supposed to be self-fertile. They say it's Silas wood, but I only know Silas wood as a Chico Sapote, so I'm not sure if they have the name incorrect, but it's supposed to be self-fertile. I just grafted these last night. Got some Cambuca grafts that I'm trying to get going here. There's a few of them, so hoping at least one of these Cambucos will take. And I got some Manoa sweet acerola growing there, trying to root them. They're starting to leaf out. I hope they have some roots. Got them on a heat mat. That helps out a whole lot. Back here, this is kind of interesting. My green Sapote is flowering like crazy. It's hard to get in there to show you where all the flowers are. I can turn right here. New loquat, new and exciting loquat varieties I'm trying to add to my collection. Some nice big Japanese ones, and here's my anomaly. It's really getting sized up. Doesn't look like a little stick anymore. There's a lot of new growth on it. Got a red hybrid jabo back there. Some new grafts here. My I did a Fingersop graft. Seems to be leafing out okay. It looked pretty bad earlier, but it's pushing growth. These things are super slow. A Fingersop. Let's take a walk to the back. Oh, this is a new fruit that I don't think I showed you guys ever yet. It's called a sunrise lime. It's an Australian finger lime crossed with Calamondan. So it's one of my more recent grafts, but it's fruiting. Really interesting. Hard to tell amongst all these other trees and stuff, but I wanted to show you this tree. It's called a Aber's narrowleaf or Varia sour orange. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen an orange with a leaf that looks like this, but it's really a cool collectible citrus that's really hard to come by. Now, the leaves don't even look like citrus leaves at all. They look, I don't know, I guess they're closer to finger lime leaves, but this, I don't think it has anything to do with finger limes. It loves to bloom and tries to fruit a whole lot. And despite the name, sour orange, these actually make decent, they're not sour, they actually taste pretty good. So just wanted to show you the leaf structure of this interesting orange tree. Just a quick stop over here. This is actually going to be some new varieties. These are hybrids. So these are Ichang lemon seedlings, but they are trifoliate or bifoliate. So this is Ichang lemon times trifoliate. So these should have added cold hardy resistance. So we'll grow these out. Hopefully I can get them going and big enough where I can graft them out there and see how they do. Another interesting one here too is in my mandarin seedlings. They are also showing a few. It's going to be hard. I should have brought my macro lens, but this one here is a trifoliate leaf amongst the mandarin seedlings, and I've got here, this one here has a bifoliate leaf, and it actually has a little bit of variegation to it. I don't know if that's going to hold, but this is interesting because these mandarin trees are already kind of an interesting cross, and then it's going to be crossed again with trifoliate. The trees that are next to it are clementine times trifoliate times clementine. And I've got we got swingle nearby and Thomasville. So these are open pollinated. We're just gonna have to grow these out and see how they do and what they look like. Right over here I just did some for fun, some Cattleya guava, or it's also called strawberry guava grafts. I did a red one here, and then a yellow one. I think another yellow one here. First time grafting the Cattleya guavas. They're usually grown by seeds, but you know, people would probably rather have the tree that's grafted and it'll fruit the next year or even this year. These are pretty vigorous, so I expect if these take, could expect fruit within a year. Let's see what else we got. This is a little new guy to the family here too. This is called a Quenepa or Mamoncillo. This is organip fruit. These trees are pretty huge in Puerto Rico, and they're very popular in Puerto Rico. Not too many name varieties out there that are available. Luckily, this actually is a grafted tree. It's called a Sasa, S-A-S-A. It is grafted. So I have grown seedlings before. They're so easy to grow. These are almost hard to kill. Knock on wood. Hopefully I don't kill this grafted one. But this is more for fun. These trees usually have to get pretty huge to fruit. But having a grafted one here, that'll help a whole lot in that process. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this SASA or Sasa grafted Quenepa does. We're gonna walk out and I'll show you my white sapote tree. It's really trying to outdo itself. This is a Redlands white sapote, and it is just blooming all over the place. I've got blooms here, I've got blooms here. Every branch on this tree is blooming. Some of the fruits are forming, I can tell, because they're getting larger, and they've just held for quite a while now. I hear some more flowers. There's more right there and there. I ordered some budwood. I'm gonna graft another variety right here, and there's even more flowers and fruits. So we're gonna have a bump. Well, I'm hoping we're gonna have a bumper crop this year. I love white sapote. So there's that tree. It's really cool. Right here in the ground in this tiny little, not even a gallon pot, which is for sure grown into the ground. I grafted a Peluche loquat. It's a very desirable loquat. And on this branch, and then on this branch, I grafted Avery. This is an Avery. So, just a simple cleft graft here. So, just the timing of the graft really what matters. It's if the rootstock is in active growth, that really helps out as far as getting that graft to take. So I'm happy to have these two varieties in my collection. I'm gonna end up digging this out. probably in a couple more weeks. We'll get it. I'll pull it out really carefully, pot it up, and give it some better attention. Get it out of just tiny little pot. Here is my Mammoth Feijoa, or pineapple guava. So it's just been here in the shade, not doing too much. I am doing right here, if you can't tell, this is a branch that I mostly buried. I'm gonna try an air layer on this, and then see if I can't get it propagated and I can move it somewhere else, or have at least an extra plant. I do have some budwood coming. I'm gonna graft onto a seedling. I think it's Albert's Pride I'm getting, and some other one, but I'm gonna graft those and get those on my other trees. So that's what's going on on this side.